Yeah,
I'm back from Madrid.
Yeah, you are.
Hello.
You way like.
Capybara, capybara, capybara.
Nice, yeah.
Capybara, capybara.
What was that from?
It was a gift from Madrid, so it's very, very cute.
Yeah, you got little matching ears almost.
What you been doing then?
Crying every day, but other than that, I'm doing all right now. We're back.
That's not a joke though.
No, it wasn't. It was a sad time in Madrid, but lack of Madrid, but yeah.
We're gonna make this a regular thing. I think we're gonna try and talk once a week.
We'll try, yeah.
We'll try our best. The last time we had a chat, it was back at lock-in. People seem to have enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Us just talking. And I think it'll be quite nice to do this once a week to just talk about the things that are happening.
Yeah, and flame everyone.
World. And flame everyone. Oh, should we start with that?
In the world?
Yeah.
Don't you mean in Valorant?
In the world.
I don't even know what's going on in the world.
Well, who do you want to flame? Let's start.
No one. Why?
You can't. You don't have the leg to stand on.
I'm not ready for that.
But let's talk about Madrid because I was there. Did you watch any of it?
Yeah, I did watch, yeah.
What did you think?
I can't talk. I mean, I got knocked out. I lost to the teams that were there, some of the teams that were there. I thought the level was quite low. But but I can't talk because the level that we played at in the kickoffs was also quite low.
Define low.
There were moments of like really good performance, I'd say, where protocols are doing like people were doing quite good protocols and people were doing good strats, and it was like, oh, that's kind of cool, that's kind of sick. Well, I could do that maybe. But there are also times where I was just like, what are people doing? Like 3v5 with using 2 ultimates. Like, who do you think you are? You think you're gonna win this? Like, and then people just throwing stuff into. It was just crazy. Like, there was a lot of throwing going on, but it did make it it did make it very exciting.
I felt like that was the best grand final we've ever had.
Do you actually?
Because if you think about it, before that one, your final against Loud is the best, but purely because map 5. Whereas this one, every single map was overtime or like 13-11 or like super, super close, except for the last one. But it was so close for 4 maps in a row.
I thought the Paper X game versus Sentinels was more fun.
Oh yeah, that was fun too.
Like crazy.
That was really fun.
Who's that? You order food?
Someone's at the door. So we're going to pause this and I will edit magic. Everything that could go wrong has gone wrong so far with this recording, but that's okay. That's life.
Yeah.
What were we talking about? Oh, the final.
Yeah.
I just thought
it was a good final.
It was so exciting, and I cried. I think that was the only other final I've ever cried in that you weren't involved in.
I almost teared up at Kaplan crying, to be fair, but...
That's when I was gone.
Oh, really?
I was off in the side, just crying my eyes out. Because it reminded me of you. Like, when I saw Kaede running up to 10s, I was like, I've been there. Like, I know exactly how she was feeling. So, I really, really enjoyed that final. Karma's just walking across the camera as he does. Want to come and say hi?
Might as well.
Hello. What did you think of Madrid, Karma?
Meow, meow, meow.
What did you think?
Meow, 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 meow.
Did you like it?
Meow, meow, meow.
Oh, he don't care.
Meow, miss you.
My question is, I have a couple of questions. Did you scrim any of the teams that were here from like the other regions? Did you scrim them?
Yeah, we scrimmed Sentinels, Loud, Paper X, and Genji.
What did you think of them? Without like leaking stuff, I guess.
No, I won't. From scrims, we thought Genji had the most firepower. I'd say they're hitting the most. Paper X was a funny scrim. It was just a Paper X scrim. It felt like not in terms of them doing crazy stuff, but they just had different comps to what everyone else did. So it was interesting scrim there. Sentinels play very similar to us, so it was quite even.
Zekan said that you did well in that scrim. He told me at the after party.
I had one good maps or something, but against Genji, I don't think I played very well. I think. There were times where I was like warmed up and ready, and there were times where I was kind of tired. So it was just whether it was going to be that map or.
Did you feel like because you said the level didn't seem as high. So did you feel that from scrims, or did you feel that from purely watching the games?
Yeah, we felt it from scrims because we didn't feel like we were at a high level yet. And when we were playing these teams, I was just like, I mean, I was solely here to test stuff. And I was testing bits and bobs on attack side and defense, and I was thinking, I know what they're doing, and I just felt like, yeah, if we actually, because our server time right now is quite long, so we don't give the boys a chance to warm up anymore because we want to simulate real time gaming. because we don't really have time to
like
warm
officials.
up. Yeah, we don't have time to warm up when we go onto the stage. So it takes them a while to get into the game as well. So by map 2 or game 2, we're ready. But
So were you expecting to get smashed?
no, I wasn't expecting to get smashed.
But if you did get smashed, would you feel like the level was high?
Yeah, it would. Yeah, it would depend on whether we obviously what map it was, what we wanted from that scrim, and then also like how did we lose? Did we lose stupidly and little mistakes? But generally it was like 13-11s and 12-12s.
Even.
Pretty even. Like other than the occasional map where we did win it quite convincingly, but not against, I don't know against who.
So you've only missed one tournament besides this, so Masters Berlin. So we'll ignore that one.
Yeah.
So out of all of the tournaments that you attended, at what level do you feel like this one was?
I still think the level was high. Don't get me wrong. But I just think the sometimes individual level was low, or the plays that were made in the heightened scenarios.
What would you say is the highest level ever in any tournament we've ever had?
I think Champs was pretty high. The most
one
recent Champs,
with EG.
Yeah, I think it was because people were coming to the end of the year. Teams were ready. You know, they've been playing together for X amount of time and consistently, whereas. Yeah, we screwed up during the off-season, not playing as much as some of the teams that are now at the event, Carmen Corp, Heretics, Sentinels, Gen G and stuff. Pardon me. And so we were a bit slow to the kickoff, weren't we?
You literally fart and burp all the time when you're streaming on the podcast. What's going on?
Well, I gotta be polite.
Nah, it's okay. People are here for the oopsies. Sorry, Egon.
No, I was just saying. I can't remember what I was saying. I was just saying...
The Paper Eggs, EG, Loud, they're all quite on it.
Yeah, they were ready for Champs, I'd say. Like, the quality was high, I'd say. And there were still obviously low moments where you're like, what are you doing? But generally, I thought it was good games. Whereas this one, it was like, who could make the least mistakes? But a win is a win. And it just goes, who knows if they're going to keep that momentum going forward.
I partially agree with you purely because of the roster changes. I think when almost every team has had big roster hauls, like Heretics, roster changes, KC, Paper Rex, we'll talk about that in a second. They had a bit of a roster change. Gen G, Sentinels, every team kind of had a roster change. That to me, not necessarily makes a level lower, but you can't anticipate like an EG Champs performance out of teams that haven't played together for that long. So I think maybe that contributed to it, but that also made it fun because you don't have like the usual suspects there. You're not looking at like a Finesse, a Stax, a You, Angel, and so on. You're looking at like all these like Munchkin. How exciting was that? Like John QT as well.
I mean, the KC and Heretics boys.
Yeah, that to me was the most exciting part because you don't have like the same people over and over again. I
mean, don't get me wrong. Every team had a map that they looked really good on, but then also it was like not. There were maps where teams didn't look that good on, and I think because you picked the best map that you have, it might not be a good map for you. So then you just look a little bit worse. Or something.
What do you think happened to Sentinels Split? Did you watch it?
I did watch it. I just think in playoffs, kickoffs, they started defense a lot because I think NRG did a fumble by leaving that open instead of Breeze. And then in playoffs, they started defense and they were going, 10-2, and they were really good with their protocols in 10-2. But I remember watching it, I was thinking, well, I know where John QT plays based off certain information.
Oh, the cipher.
Yeah, I know where the cipher is, and based off that, you can know where they're doing a certain style. I won't give anything away. And
You're saving it for when you play against them.
Well, not quite. I just don't want to,
Yeah.
So I'd say,
They got red?
Not necessarily red. I just think that comp excels against certain comps. And unfortunately, the two teams they lost to ran a comp that actually excels against their comp. So, yeah, they lost to those teams. But obviously, NA plays differently to the APACs and the EMEA regions and stuff.
Let's address...
I have a question for you.
Oh, you have a
asked
question
me
for me?
loads,
Oh, my God, I never get asked
What are your thoughts on the honeymoon period? And I'm not talking about real life.
Oh, are we not talking about us?
Yeah.
I mean, we're coming up to 5 years.
Yeah.
So, what if it's real or not? You think?
Yeah, I just want your thoughts first.
I think yes and no. I think some teams definitely do have more of a honeymoon period, but I also think it's the opposite. I think every team when they start when you start a new team, I mean you've been there, like when you bring in new players and stuff, you always get new ideas, you feel more confident, you feel like refreshed. But the difference maker for me is when you start losing, because some teams they lose an odd game here and there in their honeymoon period, even during that honeymoon period, and they still bounce back. So I think that's what's important. And the example I would look towards is you against Liquid at the EMEA finals. I think it's probably fair to say that you had a honeymoon period, maybe a lock-in, maybe at EMEA, because you just signed two of the best players that everybody else wanted to sign, and you won lock-in. So, like, you're just confident. But I was very impressed with how you guys managed to lose to Liquid at the finals and then went on to win Tokyo. I think
we were just bored of playing EMEA, honestly.
So but I also think a lot of teams can do that. Not just you. A lot of other teams I've seen be able to do that. But some teams, that will be like the death of them. That will be like, oh no, like what are we going to do? Do we have to make more roster changes and so on? I don't think that's going to happen to some of these teams. Like, for example, Sentinels and Genji, I don't see this as a honeymoon period. I honestly think Genji were just so good. And I want to address the Elmapuddy Curse. So, like, Elma leaves Genji to you guys. And then Genji immediately make a final. Like, I just think that's so funny.
In his defense, it's only one player remaining and 4 new ones.
It's just
so
funny,
it's not the same team. But yeah, I get you.
But can you imagine?
I mean, we joke about that to Elma. We say, bro, you were literally kicked from your team and now they're winning. What's happening with us then?
Yeah,
like, we make little jokes like that. And he's like, I didn't get kicked, I left. And I was like,
yeah,
that's what he says. No, I can't do Australian accent.
Yeah, go on, try it.
No, because he says the Sky accent is not Australian. It's an American Australian.
Oh, I've heard a lot of Australians say that. Yeah. What was I going to say? Yeah, so I don't think that's going to be a honeymoon period. I also wanted to ask you, because I think it was pretty obvious, I think, why Sentinels won and how they won. Zels is MVP for me. I mean, Zekken, best player of the tournament, but I don't think they would have won that final without Zels. Like, dude was like beating his chest like crazy.
It was quite funny.
Oh my god, he was unreal. Like, he was giving me goosebumps.
Bro, if I did that, my rib cage would be like, I'll get fractures.
Yeah, you got a little fist, to be fair. So
that's true.
It's not gonna do much.
I'll be going in between the ribs. No.
So I think there's a lot to say in terms of why Sentinels won, but I wanted to ask you why you think Genji lost.
I think they had 2 map bans. I think they could have come in overconfident. There was no way. I think the 2 map bans were the correct ones. But I think there's no way that Sentinels play the same style as they did on Breeze and on Split. And Genji, I think once you play them once, is what I found was, if I played them, when I was playing them in scrims, I was like, I know what they're doing now. And if we play them again, I'll be like, I know every kind of play that they have. Like, we played them on, 3 maps, I think. And I was like, bro, I know what they do. So it's like their book wasn't that, what's the word?
What, a deep,
yeah. And it was very set, structured plays. And they just obviously are really good at shooting heads as well. But yeah, I think that Sentinels, when I watched them on Split against them the second time, they really changed up their game plan against Genji. They were doing stacks, they were playing weak side and stuff, and I think that's why, I think they beat them on Split, right? They lost to them on Breeze, and then it was 3-2. I can't remember which maps they won.
It was Bind that went OT. Like, Genji had an opportunity to go 2-0 right after Bind, but they ended up going 1-1.
Oh, they lost Ascent, right?
Yeah. So it was like 1-0, 1-1, 2-1, 2-2, 3-2. It was kind of crazy. Do you want to hear something really crazy? You know, Caron, their player that they plugged out of ranked, he only played 25 officials, I believe, ever in his career up until that point. So he could have won a grand final by playing 25 officials in his whole life. Yeah. Like, not even CS, Overwatch before, like his entire esports career.
Yeah, I mean, he plays controllers, and I think that's the easiest role. So I think that's I just mean, like, it's the most beneficial one for him to be on as someone who's not played so much.
What's the hardest role then?
I'd say it would be like initiate a KO or sometimes the Killjoy Sentinel. I think the ones where it's just solely you rely on yourself to get those hard frags and you can't smoke yourself off. Because when I think about Caron, he can get like the crazy good kills and stuff. Though. Yeah, no, I'm not trying to take away from his what's the word, achievements this event. Like, it is amazing that Genji went all the way to the finals. I think it's cool, but I think the controller is the easiest one to integrate into the team, because if in doubt, just smoke yourself off and then play around it, and then that's what he was doing on Breeze and on all those
There's a lot
maps.
of controllers that don't do that though. I won't name names. There's a few that don't do that. Yeah.
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah, I was definitely talking about you. Definitely talking about you. Let's instigate a little bit, because you won there, and you know how much people like to like screenshot stuff, take things out of context. So we're giving you guys the material, we're asking for it. So I wanted to know, if you did make this tournament, which teams do you think you would have beaten, you would have gone even with, you would have lost to? And I give you a cop-out option because, you know, Loud's in there, Casey's in there.
Do you mean as in like...
I'll make sure you don't get cancelled.
In my current form, or if, let's say we beat KC...
No, in your current form, like how you guys are doing... Like, for example, you said you were scrimming teams when they were here, right, in Madrid. So in your current form, when you were scrimming the teams when they were participating in Madrid, how do you think you would have? Let's start with FPX.
I think we would beat them.
You will beat them? Okay, cool. Gen G?
I think we would beat them.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay, but the thing is...
I mean, it would be a close game. I'm not saying it's going to be 13-5.
To be fair, the map pool with Gen G will be... I would actually like to see you play them, because the map will be interesting with Gen G. Yeah. Heretics?
I think Heretics actually surprised me the most. I think they were... other than the little bit of throwing they did, I think Mini Boo was really good this event. I think he's the best Neon player I've seen.
Also super nice. A really nice kid.
And the kid goes to school. That's our motivation right now. We're like, this kid's literally going to school and beating us. We have to get to work.
Oh my God.
Not get to work, but we have to be better than that. So.
Oh, what did you think of the Neil Zenio thing when he like turned around and screamed at Aaron?
I was like, oh my goodness, Neil, bro, you don't need to be doing that, you idiot. But I tried to defend him on Twitter, because I was just like, he shouldn't get flamed for that. Although he is a bit of an idiot for doing it. But I don't think it's that bad. I don't think the best person to do it to is
Aaron. Yeah, I was going to say.
It's different if it was Forsaken or something.
We know him. He's very cold. He doesn't really care about that kind of stuff. And I also think he's very understanding in terms of like, he knows in that moment, like the passion and stuff. I mean, his coach is freaking Alex.
Yeah,
for God's
slamming
sake.
Desks and
it was just funny though. I also really loved Benji when Benji was giving it as well.
Yeah,
it was
funny.
proper.
It's very UK giving it.
Yeah, it's the UK.
It reminded me of UK events.
Okay, Heretics.
We beat them.
KC.
We beat them. I think we beat them. Like, we lost to them in our previous form, but in our current form, we beat them now.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, this might come back and haunt you.
Yeah, I don't care. Like, if I lose to them again, then so be it. But I don't want to lose to them again. I want to make sure that we're coming into this split and we're coming back firing.
He fired up. All right, Loud.
So this one is the one where normally I would say we'd even or like we'd go even with them. But Loud at this event with all their kind of wacky comps, I actually think we'd beat them.
Oh, with the Breach Phoenix stuff?
Yeah, with the stuff they were cooking. I think Loud from Champions was a lot scarier than Loud from now. But they still qualified in a really tough region, so it's really respected.
I will also say that out of all of the usual suspects, Sadak is the only person that made it. Like, you didn't make it.
Yeah.
You know, everyone else didn't make it. You got to give him props for that. Do you think Aspas would have made a difference?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I think Aspas is good.
But QCK was also quite good, though, I felt like.
Yeah, I think QCK is good, but I don't think QCK is Aspas level of Jet and stuff. And I think the Phoenix is all right. You know, it has legs, but I think Aspas Jet was a lot scarier to play against.
Do you think anyone is better than Aspas on Jet?
What, in
the world?
In the world. I think on certain maps, Durka could rival him when Durka's doing Durkentine. I'm trying to think of every Jet in the world now.
Kong.
Kong Kong's Jet is good. He plays it so differently, though, in my opinion.
CNED.
CNED, I haven't played against him in ages. We haven't scrimmed him because obviously they're on our bracket, so I don't know how he's coping right now.
Demon
1, if I feel like what happened to Demon 1 after Champs was he won Champs and then he probably wasn't grinding his aim labs as hard, and that's why he wasn't as Demon 1-ish this kickoff. He was like us, I reckon. And that's what I think Sentinels might have the Sentinels. Because, you know, you got Zelsis 1 week prior to the event. He's streaming the CS2 majors right now.
Yeah,
watch party in it. But he can chill. But I think 100 Thieves are coming for them.
I disagree with you. I think Sentinels will be very consistent. Oh, Zekken. What about Zekken? Zekken's Raze or Aspas's Jet?
I think Zekken's... So the best raisers I think in the world are Jorgamo, Zekken, and Jing. So I think when I see those raisers, and Althea, when I see their raisers, Althea's raisers giga good. Do you remember him back in Bind?
Yeah, I remember, but this is a long time ago.
Yeah, and I remember playing with him, and I remember thinking like that kid's good on raise. Like he's a mechanical.
Just leaked. Man's got Elmo in his DMs and I've been like, what are you doing?
Yeah, that's true. But I think those are my top 4 raise pickers. I just think when you can see the movement that they do, I think Martin's actually all right at race, so to be fair, or narrate is all right too. But I just think those are my 4 top picks in terms of who I've played against as a race.
But also they've proven themselves internationally, so I feel like they're not controversial picks. Back to Loud.
Yeah, I think we'd beat them this event. In our current form.
How many Paper X?
We scrimmed them. I think we beat them. Like, I think they were going through some bits and bobs, some identity stuff.
Are you winning this event? You're saying if you made it, you would have won it.
I obviously I can't guarantee. If I didn't think this, then why am I competing?
True.
Firstly, and I think it's every competitor's mindset. But obviously, it'd be close games. We could lose to any of these teams, but I believe that in our current form, we would win.
All right, Sentinels.
We would win.
EDG.
Oh, cop out. We've lost to them. No, coming for me. No, I just remember playing them in scrims back in Champs, I think, and I was just thinking, oh man, Concon's pushing me on Fracture dish every round solo, and it was just like, to be fair, it taught me quite a lot about Fracture. I was like, we need to make sure they can't push us on dish.
You never played them?
No, we never played them.
It's actually insane that you've never played EDG.
Yeah.
You played Billy.
Yeah.
FPX? Attacking Souls, you played them as well?
I don't think I've played.
But you just never played EDG.
No, I think I've only played Billy, I think.
Oh, wow.
I can't remember.
That's crazy. Yeah. EDG,
but I know I haven't played EDG. Well, I have to, but we beat them.
All right, if you have to put one team in even and one team to what you lost. I'm forcing you.
Okay, one team even.
Yeah.
Then shove Sentinels in even.
And one team that you would have lost to.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, put Sentinels in lost. Let's put. It's between 2, but I can't say which 2. So we'll shove Genji in even.
All right. I feel like that's kind of a cop out as well. But okay. You happy with this list?
I know, actually. I want them back at the top, please. This is my list.
Okay, well, everyone take a screenshot and come back and flame him.
If we lose versus Heretics, I know where this is going.
Yeah, flame his ass. Yeah. Flame his ass. All right, okay.
But they are good teams. Like I say about the form, and just to defend myself quickly, I do say about the form, but I do think they would agree with me too. Like
because they scrimmed you.
No, not about us winning. About me saying like the form at times was not as good.
As in the level of competition.
The level. Yeah.
Be interesting to see if any of them actually do admit that because you've come out and done it for them.
But a trophy is a trophy, a win is a win, and it's all about the present time of performance. So they were the best at the present time.
Yeah, I mean, they deserved it. They deserved
exactly.
it. I will say, though, now with Sentinels winning, then you're not the only team that's ever done it twice.
Yeah.
You're no longer the only 5 players. I mean, Kron's a 3-timer.
They took their time, didn't they?
Yeah, but how does it feel now? Tens has caught up to you after all this?
I mean, don't bother me. He's a good player.
But does it make you feel more like, oh God, I want to one-up them even more?
Yeah, I mean, I want to win I want to win in Shanghai and I want to win in Korea. So, yeah, I mean, and not just because they're like even with me. I just want to make sure that we don't have that again and I want to win everything.
Let's move on to some recent news that we have heard.
Yeah.
JJ is back. Jing is back on Paper X.
What can I say? The boy, one of the best raises, double satcheling right out of there back into the game.
Yeah, I didn't expect him to come back this soon, but
no, me neither.
I'm happy that he's back. I'm happy for Paper X, but at the same time, what do you think about Moniet?
I think,
I feel sorry for him.
Yeah, I mean, same here. You know, he went from global esports to this team, and then obviously a big contender at international stage. I think it's first ever one, right? What's it, top 3? Top 3, and then obviously had a slow start, had to deal with a lot of pressure and criticism being compared to Jing on Rays, and then obviously a lot of roster role changes midway through tournament and stuff. So I think it was tough for him, but I do think he has potential. So it's just
he's
like,
young.
Yeah,
he's
exactly.
really young.
And I mean, for the Paper X boys, I'm sure they're feeling great. But I do have my heart does go out to Moniet a little bit.
I feel bad for Pancada too, because I feel like they're in a similar situation where they're both insanely good players, and then you know,
they're
unfortunately things happen. Oh god, now I think about what Pancada has to go through. It must be so rough. Because his team won the whole thing.
Yeah, and he probably thinks that like if he was playing against him, he'd be putting up a fight. You know, that guy hasn't been played for over a year.
Yeah, a while.
Like he won champs and then
it's the curse.
Didn't play, and well, I think he played lock-in. But then after that, he was gone for a whole. He's been gone for a whole year. This guy's been. He better cooked up a whole Strat book at this point.
Honestly, winning champs is a curse. Are you ready to disband if you guys win champs this year? Are you ready to just like retire?
Nah. We got a good system for this off season. We're ready this time.
Oh, okay. I can't wait to see it.
What do you think about Moniet?
Yeah. I met him very briefly a couple of times, but you know where like we get on with the Paper X boys a lot. I feel like every single iteration of Paper X, we've been really good friends with them.
Yeah.
And no exception this time around. I was really happy to meet him. He's really chill, really friendly.
Yeah.
Very smiley. And
he did look at him.
Yeah, he's really, really smiley. He seems like a really nice guy, and obviously he's a great player on the server. I just think two things. One, if Jing ever comes back to any team, like even maybe your team, even if you don't accommodate him, you still think about it. You know, he's one of those players you're like, hold up, do we have room? So it's just very unfortunate.
What is he? 260. I think I checked his ACS like a couple of weeks ago.
But he's
260 ACS raise.
Yeah, but he's also consistently 260
That's what I mean.
ACS
Like he's annoying.
Yeah.
Like I said, he's in my top 4.
But he's also extremely positive as a teammate, from what I've heard. Really easy to get on with.
Yeah.
So it's just an asset that you can't not bring back.
No, yeah.
So I think circumstances are really rough. But on the other thing is, like you said, the role changes. Like Monia had to deal with, like, if being a part of Paper X must be the most fun thing ever, but also the most stressful thing ever. Because can you imagine, you're the new kid. Everyone's already comparing you to Jing.
Yeah.
Everyone, assholes on Reddit and VLR are just like, you could literally drop 250 ACS, but they'll be like, that's not 260 because Jing did 260.
Yeah.
And also, everyone came into this tournament. You had Jason being like, oh, we're only 6 out of 10. And then you had all the other players being like, we're not good right now. We're struggling. If you're Monia, you probably feel a little bit of like that on your shoulders.
Yeah,
like, why is everyone all of a sudden saying you're not good? They weren't saying that when Jing was there.
No, yeah.
So I feel really bad for him but I also feel very proud of the fact that he still managed to perform despite all of this.
Yeah, I mean it's massive pressure because it wasn't like Jing was kicked. It was like he was thought to have gone to army. So it's like it was like almost a situation where his hand was forced. It's not like he got there because they were like, you're much better. It was he got there because we need a really good replacement last minute. Who can we get?
I also think it's time for Pacific's players to come to EU.
Really?
Yeah, because like look at Narrate coming to EU from NA. Look at the kind of impact he makes and how good he is. I think there's just as many good as APAC players that could just easily come over.
I'll take my son then.
Yeah, you take
But
Forsaken?
I think his contract is ages.
Right, who you kicking then for Forsaken?
Well, that's what I mean. I can't kick anyone yet.
Kick yourself.
Kick myself.
You go coach. Go coach.
I'll go coach. Just take tack pauses. Be chilling.
You can have like 4 assistant coaches at this point.
I'll be like, just taking a tack pause to tell you I love you. Don't worry, guys. We might be 3-10 down right now. But don't worry.
Yeah, but the boys will just tell you to fuck off.
Yeah,
They'll
what can we
like,
do?
Shut the fuck up, Boaster. What are you talking about? Yeah, I think, again...
Water?
I'll have some water. But Moniet, come to EU. I feel like there would be so many teams that would benefit from him, I feel like.
Trying to think who?
I'll tell you off camera, but I reckon there's a few that would definitely benefit from having
Oh, yeah, I know, actually, yeah. Sorry, I only focused on a few teams.
Yeah. Cool. All right, let's move on from Rays to... Dun, 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 dun. How cute are these stickers, by the way?
Yeah, they're pretty cute.
They gave us these at the after
Oh, that's
party.
a butterfly.
Yeah.
I thought it was a helmet. with like a bunny rabbit helmet.
Oh, I see. It looks like Ariana Grande's like mask she wears, like the bunny mask. But yeah, these are Clove stickers that were given to us at the after party in Madrid.
Oh, sheesh.
And yeah, finally you get another controller agent.
Yeah, but it's mainly for ranked. Let's be real. Like I've heard from Dirk, I've heard from the boys. If there's gonna be someone playing that controller, it's not gonna be me.
It's not gonna be you.
So it'll be like I'll be on the Viper and we'll shove Chronicle on Clove or something, and he can go frag out. Unfortunately, even though I reckon currently with my aim labs routine, 30 minutes a day, I could be hitting some shots with her. But I do think it wouldn't be me even playing her, so it's, or they them. So
Yeah, playing them. But Zekin told me that you were good, so I feel like if you get his seal of approval, as in you look kind of crisp.
That was me on Brimstone though. Like Zekin can't comment on my Brimstone. I'm Brimstone daddy.
Well, I feel like Clove. I feel like first of all, the agent design is really sick. I think Clove looks sick. Like just the vibe, the song, the butterfly thing, the accents, the voice lines.
I haven't
really
bought Clove
enjoy it.
yet.
You haven't bought? That's bloody hell. You always do this. It took you ages to get Gecko. I remember.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it to come on the Radiant market, so then I can just buy it with my Radiantite or whatever it's
You're
called,
so
the
funny.
free version.
You're literally.
I don't
so
need
funny.
to play them.
You've been like this since day one.
Yeah.
You don't buy skins. You don't buy anything. You just wait.
I don't need to play. I can see.
On Tournament Client, you're like, this is where I get my skins.
Yeah, I got a Glitch Pop Vandal on Tournament Client. I'm chilling.
So, what are your thoughts on the controller agents that have been released? Because it feels like since Astra, there hasn't been like the big. I mean, Harbor, I guess it's coming up to be that way. But since Astra, there hasn't been like here's a controller agent to change the meta.
No, yeah. I mean, it's just Viper meta right now, isn't it? So it's just they keep trying to nerf Viper, but it's just to no avail. Even though that's your favorite agent, right?
I love Viper and Phoenix.
Phoenix. You like Phoenix as well?
I like Phoenix design.
I'm going in.
Yeah, that. I've never played Phoenix,
Yeah.
but except for deathmatch. But
Okay.
but no, I like Viper. I think put Angel on Clove. Let Na'Vi do the kind of meta changing stuff.
You still got to be in the proximity there. You know that, right?
What do you
When
mean?
you die, you have a proximity of where you can smoke.
I feel okay. Put Redgar on Clove then. I feel like Redgar would do bits.
Bro,
Redgar would do bits.
you know for a fact that those two are probably going to play Clove once they come out.
And that's why I like it. I
Yeah,
think
I
they're
know.
gonna be able to actually cook. You're too afraid right now, I feel like.
I'm not afraid. I know what they do. You run in, you get a kill, you activate some butterflies, you throw some soundproof smokes out or whatever they are, and then you got a little close grenade thing that decays
Why are
people's
you
health.
not using it then?
I haven't bought them. Like I don't like the. We
Guys.
don't play it for the first week, and then
Make sure you share this video, like, subscribe, get us some YouTube money so Boasties can finally buy Clove.
That's
You
true,
know,
yeah.
fund the Clove.
there must be
fund.
some combos you can do, but
That's what I'm
I
saying.
don't know what map.
But
to play Clove on.
I think it's fundamentally a good thing that there are players like Angel who will try it. I think that's a good thing for the scene.
Also, you can't just play agent based off their ultimate because there's also like so many rounds before that. But Durka has dropped a 600 ACS game.
I
on Clove.
saw.
So that is quite funny.
I mean, if you said Alpha, you can play Raisin. Put Durka on Clove, Alpha Raise, boom.
Actually, yeah, that's true. Should I
Yeah.
tell you why people are fragging out on Clove and not on other controllers?
Yeah, hit me.
Because the mentality. When you play Omen, you're thinking, I need to stay alive. I
Yeah.
need to smoke. I can't peek. But on Clove, you're just like, I can peek. So you play it like a Reyna. And when you're playing it like a Reyna, you just
Like
farm.
a false confidence.
Let me pick up
please,
this
please
point.
do not step on the keyboard cover. Like false confidence.
Yeah.
You know, that's what Baller once said to me because I was not confident in rank and I just play like lurking agents. And Baller was like, I need you to play Reyna because then it will force you to actually take fights.
That's what I did, by the way.
Yeah. Is that what you
In
do?
preparation for kickoff, I only played Reyna in ranked.
I mean, you're...
And I played every position that I'd play as a controller. So on Split, I was playing B main as Reyna with no smokes. And I was just like testing angles and stuff.
I mean, you did look really crisp. Like your individual performance was pretty good.
Yeah, it's
I felt
alright.
like. How did you think your calling was good?
Yeah, I thought it was okay, to be fair. I think little prep wise in terms of post plants sometimes could have been better. But I think overall, like, that wasn't why we lost, I think. It wasn't, the preparation was almost there.
I also think so as well. But
I think it was just because we didn't play for 3 months, so...
you needed to warm up into it.
Yeah, well, we didn't play for 3 months, and then our first official back after 2 months of scrimming. And like we had to get 7 maps back down and stuff. So, and people just forget. People forget now. Like they're forgetting like 1 week. We stopped playing a map for 4 days. I've gone and watched the VODs today. I'm like, what is this? This isn't the thing we just dry run 4 days ago.
Yeah, but your boys are also too good at other things. I feel like.
Yeah, like.
There's not many people that can afford to forget, and because it's like the same thing you said about the agent. It's because they know they can afford to forget. That's why they forget.
Yeah.
Whereas you don't have the aim. No offense. So you always remember stuff, and you have to remember the thing. Because if you didn't, then.
Yeah, but I was pretty accurate with you, wasn't I?
Yeah, great. Yeah, 100% headshot success.
Your aim's getting good.
My aim?
Yeah,
I haven't played this game in ages.
Yeah, you did get good
months.
though in the short amount of time you played.
Yeah, I got to diamond and then I stopped playing this game.
Yeah.
But it's not about me because let's talk about the new season coming up. We have the schedule. We know who you're playing every single week.
Yeah.
First of all, let me just get it up here so you can see it as well.
I know Heretics.
Yeah, we'll talk about the overall. Kind of the group kind of vibes first. So you're going to be playing against Heretics, Giants, Gentlemates, Koi, Foot, and Na'Vi. What do you think about this?
Yeah, fine. I'm ready. We're ready to play now. I think we've obviously had a kick in the bum.
He's just sorry. The cat's just asleep. Yeah, carry on.
I'm a cat whisperer. He had a kick in the bum when we lost into KC. I think now we really want to win. Like we wanted to win before, but I think we weren't present.
Who do you think is going to be your most challenging opponent? So Heretics, Giants, Gentlemates, Koi, Foot, Na'Vi.
I'm hoping none of them, honestly. But I think Foot could surprise. I think if they stop doing wacky comps,
do you know what?
Could surprise.
That kind of pissed me off because remember when you said that KO Initiator is one of the hardest roles?
Yeah.
They've got
cracks.
One of the most experienced, comfortable KO players in the world. Riot nerfed Sky.
Yeah.
They nerfed Sky coming into this year, and then Cracks is like, I won't play KO anymore.
I know.
That makes me so mad.
When we scrimmed them, I was like, hold on, they've nerfed Sky. I typed this. I was like, you bro.
You told him.
Yeah, because they were running like some weird deadlock comp at one point. This was like at the start of January, and I was like, bro, you've nerfed Sky, you've got Cracks who's a KO main, and you've got him playing this agent. And I was just thinking, like, what are you guys cooking? Put that boy on KO and have a field day.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
maybe
honestly,
they've come to their ways now.
CNED, Jet, Cracks, KO, and they top 4.
Yeah.
I honestly think just top 4, just by doing that.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm hoping we will see some of that. Okay, so you think Foot will be your toughest opponent?
But this one doesn't matter. It's actually we play people from the other side of the bracket.
Yeah, this is
for like our group stage, right? And then when we actually qualify for Shanghai, we have to.
Oh, you mean for the playoffs?
We have to play our group.
You might play them again because it's not the same bracket as kickoff.
Okay.
So it's like a regular bracket where you have to play 2 games to qualify.
All I know is that we have to go for seed 1.
Yes, I mean seed 1. I mean, there's 3 teams that go this time around.
Yeah, I know.
So which 3 teams do you think are going?
I'm gonna say us.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say. I haven't scrimmed anyone. I'd like to see BBL do better.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think they're all right.
Oh.
But to be fair, we've only played them on 1 map. We all know what map that is. In case you don't know.
Yeah.
Ascent.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, but that's the best practice. Playing BBL on Ascent is the best practice.
Playing Turkey on Ascent is good practice.
Okay, so are you saying BBL going? Because that's crazy.
No, I'd like to see them bounce back.
Go. Okay, cool. So you?
Honestly, it's so difficult. I think there's teams that I don't know what Carmine Corp are going to be doing this time, or Heretics, or Na'Vi if they're going to be able to bounce back. But I have a feeling maybe Na'Vi won't.
I like to see Gentlemates do better because I think they can.
Yeah, I think we'll see. They had a decent performance on that Breeze game, didn't they? On that 1 map against Vitality. I think Vitality, obviously, a lot of these teams got to get their blooming roster sorted first and like get them all to Berlin. I think that's the biggest challenge of EMEA. Did you hear about Loud?
Yeah. I heard about that.
They're all in Ireland or something.
Yeah, they were telling me about it when we were in Madrid. Yeah,
They're chilling.
Visa, just visa things.
With Ed Sheeran. She played the fiddle in an Irish band. Fell in love with an English man.
Okay, let's talk about your first match because, like I said, I want to do this more often. We have these chats, so we're gonna definitely do this after you play Heretics as well. We can have a debrief.
Okay, debrief.
So
we have debriefs with the team as well. So this is called a Yinsu brief. Yinsu debrief. Oh, I like the sound of that.
How did you come up with that? Honestly, how did you come up
No,
with
but
that?
the different debrief, like debrief. I'm pretty sure briefs mean something. It's like a clothing, right?
Oh, but it's for men. Women don't
Screw
wear
it.
briefs.
Boaster debrief.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, chat be wilding right now.
Already got the pussy on my lap.
You have to show them the cat,
yeah,
otherwise
yeah.
it seems really weird to say.
I can't. You can see his ear. Oh, I got a cramp on my foot, lifting my toe up.
Okay, right. Let's talk about this Heretics match because that is who you're going to be playing. So, Miniboo is
Not
Miniboo,
this roster, though,
is
right?
Miniboo playing this one?
No, I think
do we
he's
know?
got exams.
Is this the one that he has exams for?
Yeah, we're playing. I think Woot's gonna be on Miniboo's role.
Yeah, I mean, Wood just had his birthday. It was literally during Madrid when he had his birthday.
I think Woot used to be Alfia's teammate.
No, Rian's.
No, I think Woot as well.
Oh.
And I'm talking about when Alfia was in Fireflux Academy.
Oh my goodness, because I remember Rian's and Alpha team together before, which makes a lot of sense because
And Yetute was in that team as well.
that was an Unreal team. Like, you should have picked them all up when you pick up Alpha. But
The Surreal team.
I met Rian's in Madrid.
Yeah.
This is one thing I feel like everybody needs to know about Alpha, is that he is just the nicest kid.
Yeah, he is.
Like, he looks a lot older for his age, but he's a kid. He's a cute little kid.
He's had a haircut now.
And
He looks a lot younger now.
Yeah.
With the haircut. And
He
when he
looks 10
shaves
years
his
younger.
beard. Yeah.
Does he still?
He looks like an 18-year-old now.
Does he still look older than you?
Oh yeah, of course. But like he looks really young now.
But the thing with Alpha is he's just such a nice kid.
Yeah.
Like I think some players can be a little bit toxic, maybe because they're younger, they got a lot of money at a young age, they have like an ego, they develop an ego. But Alpha is like the opposite. I adore him. Like I just want to buy him stuff. Do you know what I mean? I just want to, because he'll mention something. He'll be like, oh, I
need
like
to
this.
get Alfia over here.
Yeah, but he's like, I like this t-shirt. I'm like, I'll make a note of it because if I see it again, I'll buy it for you. Like, he's just so nice. So when I met Rian's, he's the same vibe.
Oh, really?
So similar to Alpha, like really smiley, a little kid, kind of like a young kid vibe, really excitable, very, very like nice.
I can't wait to stare him out this week.
No, you can't stare
on
him
Thursday.
out. No. What, like that?
I don't know.
He's gonna
Show him my nostrils.
He's taller than you.
Okay. I'll look up there then.
So I felt like really warm when I met him in Madrid because I was like, he's just like Alpha. Okay, let's talk about this Heretics team because I don't think Miniboo's gonna be there.
No, he's not. Is this going to be the weekly curse? We're going to call it. Like I talk about the team before we play.
No,
them.
we don't say the result. We'll just talk about like the matchup because I'm looking at the team. Obviously, in any circumstance that Miniboo is not going to be in there, it is a big nerf to them. It feels like. Would you agree?
for sure. I think Miniboo's obviously their best player. Yeah.
How big of a nerf do you think that is, or do you think it will be a win-loss difference?
Depends. Like it really depends on Woot. I've never seen him like play on the stage and stuff. So depends on how he's coping with traveling to a different country and all that jazz. You know, these other players also, they obviously went to Madrid, qualified for that, lost twice, I think. Close games, though, to be fair.
Close games.
And so it just depends on how they're feeling as well after just recently coming back from a loss, whether they're a bit more like, oh, damn it, like, or if they're feeling like, oh, let's go.
I think they'll be more fired up because you get a taste of it, right? You get the like, oh.
Also, I like Benji Fishy. He's a super nice guy, but I'm the UK. He's the UK. I got to show
UK. You're the country.
No,
you're
I'm not the
United
country.
Kingdom.
But what I mean is, I got to show him I'm the grandfather of the UK.
Can you get Elmapuddy to scream a Neilzinho? That's the question.
No,
Minnie would have done it.
What are you doing, mate? What are you doing? Get out of here, mate.
Oh, you didn't want to do an impression of it.
Well, that's the best I could do.
But yeah, Minnie would have done it. Minnie would have made a joke of it.
Yeah.
He would have screamed a Neil, I feel like.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably not, though, no, Minnie.
Pussied out.
Yeah.
What I want to talk about Heretics is a little bit more about their gameplay because obviously the neon is a thing that only they do.
Yeah.
And Mini Boo, if he's not going to be there when they play against you, do you think, A, they should still play the Neon and just have Wood, like, swap in 1-for-1? Or B, is it going to be detrimental if they don't carry on with the Neon stuff? Because there's not a lot of time to prep.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's a big change going from like a Neon to a Euro, Neon to a Raze, Neon to a Jet. A lot of the stuff that they like to do, for instance, some Sunset was that retake, and with the Neon stuns coming in and the flood smoke and stuff, the Neon has more impact. So I think they should keep it the same. They haven't had a lot of time to refresh everything. And they didn't really show that much. They played Sunset, they played a Bind,
Lotus, I think they played.
Yeah, so it's just about potentially just cleaning that up and making sure that when you play us, it's ready. And all the little things mistakes might have happened are fixed.
Do you think the Neon stuff would be a problem for you?
Oh, no. Like, I think I'm getting warmed up, you know. So I started in January, or December, actually, because I wanted to start a bit earlier. But it just takes time to get back into the motions of understanding what comps do and why you play certain style of comps. So, no, I think I'll be fine with the Neon.
And would you rather they had the Neon or not have the Neon? Does it make a difference to you, to the prep?
I don't think it makes a difference.
But can you imagine if they did just come out swinging and was like, we've sacked all of that off because we have no Mini Boo, and they just start playing stuff that you wouldn't be able to prep for?
I think that's honestly potentially better for us as well. Because we can have their prep work and we know what they kind of do on certain maps, but at the same time, if they're all running different agents and stuff, they're not going to be super comfortable in this short amount of time. Like, we've got 7 maps to get down, and it's a question of whether they want to play certain maps against us, which ones. So
let's look at the map pool real quick. They play a lot of Sunset, and again, I don't want to leak anything. We're not in the business of leaking, but at kickoff, your permaban was Sunset.
Yeah.
So judging from that looks good for you. You know, you permaban the Sunset. They play a lot. You don't play it. They don't play any Ascent. They just don't play Ascent at all.
Yeah, they permaban that.
So maybe, again, it could work out for them. But here is the interesting thing. How's your Lotus these days? Because that seems like the big debate point that people don't understand why you pick Lotus against Casey. Because Heretics play a lot of Lotus.
I mean, yeah, I think it's fine.
I also don't think they're very comfortable on Icebox either. It didn't look great when they played it.
Yeah, I mean, the comp's a bit weird.
This is the other thing. Everyone's kind of doing wacky stuff on Icebox. I feel like I've seen every variation of wacky shit on that
it's come back and everyone's like, you know what, Gecko here, this here.
Yeah. Do you like it?
Yeah, I like
the wacky stuff?
Yeah, I like the wacky stuff.
I'm surprised you like the wacky stuff.
Yeah, it makes it easier for me to win.
Oh,
no, I'm joking. Like, we don't. I'm not sure which map. Honestly, we have to. I think tomorrow we're gonna do a little map date.
Okay.
We're gonna do a map thing and decide which one we actually want to pick.
You don't have to say anything here because obviously I don't want to leak for you. So I will say it. I'm gonna predict the maps. I think. Judging from kickoff and from Madrid, etc., I think you'll ban Sunset. They'll ban Ascent. I think they'll fancy Lotus. I think they'll be confident on Lotus, but I have to also remember, but Lotus is also the Neon map. So with Mini Boo not being there, maybe they don't want to risk the Lotus Neon, so maybe they don't do that. God, this is actually harder to predict than I thought. So Sunset, they won't have to play if you ban it, which means they don't have to worry about the Neon.
Yeah, I don't know what they're going.
Lotus, they might think you're not confident, so they might not even have to prep it. So I'm thinking that they might pick Breeze because you said that you played them on Breeze already. So they might use the inside knowledge of knowing Breeze and pick Breeze.
That's reasonable.
I don't know what you're going to pick, and I don't want to leak anything, so I think we're going to get Breeze for sure, and we won't get Sunset
showing the screen?
Or Ascent. I'm not showing the screen. I'm just talking out of my the back of my head. But I think we won't get Sunset. We won't get Ascent. We will get Breeze and Lotus. That's how I feel.
Breeze, Lotus.
We can come back. Ayo, come back, guys, and watch this video next week.
Okay,
and
yeah.
see if I was wrong.
You're a genius.
And see what happens. Yeah, cool. Anything else you want to talk about? Oh, we got to do our song of the week. We decided to do a song of the week. What's your song of the week? Should I do mine first then while you do that?
Yeah, you do yours.
My song of the week is not going to be a surprise for anybody. It's just a song that I've been listening to a lot this week, and I've been listening to a lot since this song came out.
Yeah.
So I have a sneaky feeling that on my Spotify Wrap, this is going to be my number one song of 2024, which is Taylor Swift, You're Losing Me.
Oh, nice, yeah.
And of course, don't forget, you guys, Tortured Poets Department comes out in like 2 weeks. So stream that. But yeah, it's a great song. It's got one of the best bridges of all time. And it's basically a song that I listen to every day. You got to pick one song.
I don't know.
What have you been listening to the most this week? And don't play it because I don't want to get DMCA'd.
To be fair, I've been listening to either one of my Chinese songs or Lil Nas X.
Lil Nas X? Which Lil Nas X song
Montero
is your song of the
album.
week?
So I like Industry Baby to get me when I'm coming out the shower. Because that's what he does in the show, you know, like coming out, dun, 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 and he's dancing naked with all the dudes.
Do you want to give a snippet?
So naked?
Baby, baby.
Hey. Couple racks, hey. Couple Grammys on it. Couple plaques, hey. Throw it back, hey. This one is for the champions. Wow, wow, wow. What's the Jack Harlow rap? Couldn't wait to just bash me. I must be getting too classy. You couldn't wait. I can't remember it. I had questions for you. Do we really want to do them?
You can ask away.
I can't remember them. I can have a look.
Oh, this is funny.
But I think, I'm just going to say, team from NA that I think is qualifying is 100 Thieves.
Oh, for Shanghai?
Yeah.
Ooh.
No, to playoffs at least.
I'm going to say Sentinels, and I'm going to say... I'm going to back my girl Potter. I have to support Christine for every event. Yeah, so big... Fuck EG, but let's go Christine.
Damn.
Yeah.
We're ending it on a bang, girl.
The org, as in, like, fuck EG, the org, not the players. Like, let's go the players plus Christine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Disagree.
Well, I mean, you can't talk because we're a 0-team region. We got
That's
no
true,
teams.
yeah. And I mean, I've just said I could beat every team at this event, the last event.
You weren't even at. So
I wasn't even at, so I can't talk.
Kind of embarrassing.
I'm just going to get some of these Sentinels people and maybe loud fans maybe type into me on the comments.
Mate, they're coming for you.
There's one guy, I think he's on day, I can't remember now,
I hate
155.
that guy needs to literally go outside.
Day 100.
He needs to leave and go outside.
It's day something since loud beat you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he needs
funny.
to go get a job.
It cracks me up though.
He cracks you up, but he's pissing me off.
He hasn't done it in a while. I haven't seen him.
He's probably got a job.
He gave up. Yeah. He
got a job. Congratulations.
I was gonna, if I beat loud, I was gonna use that one and be like,
God.
day 0. I need to find it. Yeah.
Again. You do you.
And should we end it on a good note then?
Yeah. What's a good note?
In a 2v, actually, let's end it on this scenario.
Okay.
In a 2v2 situation at this Madrid event, who would you like to have been in that 2v2 with?
John QT. And
No, that's it. Just you and him clutching it out.
Oh, I wouldn't be clutching it out.
No, you have to be.
Oh God, I would lose.
Well, you need someone to carry you then.
Oh, for the love of God. It'd be John QT or one of the Gen G players because they were all hella clutch. All the Gen G players were throwing clutches around like it's nothing. Maybe Lakia. Lakia was quite clutch. Probably John QT. John QT because like communication, he's EMEA and he's very good at the game. And he's probably the best IGL in the world right now. Am I right?
Nice. Yeah. No, I don't think I'm the best in the world. So
who would you have picked?
Kong. My idiot!
I mean,
Slow down.
I don't know if you're winning that clutch. I'm not gonna lie. I like to hope that you would.
Did you not?
Yeah, well, that's used to him or him to you.
That's me.
Probably
to
him to you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
it.
Nice. Very nice.
That was episode 1, everyone.
Technically episode 6.
I'm ill, so I've lost a lot of weight.
Yeah, technically episode 6 of our podcast, but episode 1 of the new season.
2024.
Hopefully,
Harmonize 4. Not bad, to be fair.
Oh, thank you.
I put you on the what's the word, spot there.
Huh?
I put you on the spot.
Yeah, and I would never
You
back
still
down
went
from
for
a
it.
Bosie's challenge.
I like that.
Should we kiss now?
Not on cam.
Okay.
It's a bit weird.
We're gonna go and kiss. Bye.
See ya.